today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yes. So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your local host in a nightclub, because you need that action right now.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
Logan. Now he's fighting Deji. Is he broke?
Is it?
Is Mayweather broke?
Are y'all new here?
Yeah.
Is he broke?
Yeah.
He's broke.
Yes.
That makes sense.
No, he's not. Jeff shaking his
Yes, he
no,
is,
he's
Jeff.
Not.
7 years after one of the biggest paydays in combat sports, people are starting to talk differently about Floyd Mayweather. The man who once called himself money and lived like it is now caught in rumors that he might be running short on the very thing he flaunted the most money.
Now, did Logan ever get paid with the situation with Floyd Mayweather?
Nah, not yet. Floyd Mayweather's broke. You know, that's what a lot of people don't realize. He gets these big checks and doesn't pay the taxes on it. And then the IRS comes hunting him down later. He owes a lot of people I know money. And Logan's deep down on that list.
Floyd says it's not true, but Stephen A. Smith just added fuel to the fire. That 2017 fight with Conor McGregor made around $600 million, Floyd's biggest payday yet. He walked off with $275 million, and McGregor earned $85 million. Everyone knew it was about the money, but nobody minded because Floyd made it look easy. He told Smith before the match he'd play with Conor and ended in round 8 or 9. Later, Smith confirmed on Mike Tyson's podcast that Floyd's
and stay at his chest. He's going to have to push me off in order to throw his punches. He said he's going to be circling the ring. He said by around 4 or 5, he's not going to have any legs. He's going to be done. And he said, and I'll just toy with him and keep him around until around the 8th or the 9th round.
But Smith didn't leave it there. He's been close to Floyd and spoke with him about his fortune directly. Now that Floyd's retired, Smith is openly questioning the whole endless money image. It's not just gossip anymore. There are warning signs. Public records, complaints from workers, and strange choices all point to Floyd possibly not having as much money as he says. In February 2025, some of his workers even threatened to walk out over unpaid wages.
Well, I mean, it's a cheap item, but it is probably going to use this.
Okay. Money team has no money.
All right. Money team has no money.
The money team has no money. Hard work, dedication, no pay.
It's not plugged in.
Hard work, dedication, no pay.
From personal assistants to trainers, security, and office workers, staff from all sides began talking about delayed or missing payments. Some did so publicly, others quietly, but the complaints were everywhere. To make things worse, this happened while Floyd reportedly spent over $1 million on a Super Bowl suite in Vegas. How does a man who's made over $1 billion not pay his staff? That's not just a bad look. It's a blow to the image he's built as the wealthiest guy around. 5, and it's not just a
money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life.
Since 2018, Floyd's been doing far more exhibition fights than expected. These aren't serious boxing matches, they're more like quick cash gigs. He's fought YouTubers, influencers, and unknown names from Tokyo to London. He even calls them easy money. But the real question is, if he had $300 million sitting in the bank in 2017, why keep jumping into low-stakes fights?
Are you holding other fighters accountable, like Floyd, for example? I mean, Floyd doesn't even know his opponent's name, so are you holding him accountable to that? Floyd should still be fighting people that, you know, he at least people that know that his opponent's name and stuff. Are you saying the same thing?
Hold on. A couple things. Number one, last time I checked, Floyd retired. These are exhibitions that, but I don't even count these. Floyd will tell you that himself.
when Floyd, I didn't count Conor McGregor as a boxing match. That was a damn exhibition. I ain't paying no attention to that with Floyd.
People in the boxing world are starting to take notice. Unlike other retired stars, Floyd hasn't made strong, lasting investments. You don't hear about him owning sports teams or launching solid businesses. Instead, it's giant mansions, luxury cars collecting dust, stacks of jewelry, private planes, and watches worth more than most homes. These look great on social media, but they lose value quickly and cost a lot to keep.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, limited edition AP, all factory, 1.8 million right here. The $20 bills section. We like to call this the Andrew Jackson section, but I like to call it wallpaper. 200,000 in 20s. I heard in the song you can get the biggest Chanel bag in the store if you want it. Well, it's the biggest Chanel bag in the world. I got this bag from Karl Lagerfeld.
In 2024, Floyd said he gave the IRS $18 million in taxes. He meant it to prove he's still got it. But it might show the opposite. His finances aren't well managed. Most wealthy people pay less, using accountants and tax pros. Floyd seems to spend freely with
others. What, they got you up under the gun again on $25 million in taxes? Hey man, stuff about to get real for you, Floyd, man, because you already owe Gervonta Davis $33 million that you ain't paid him. Do anybody find it strange that your boy Floyd is on all the IRS money, on Dubai money, on Gervonta Davis money, but yet we have all this stuff, all that flash that y'all see, but y'all realize, man, he get a lot of that stuff.
Then came more confusion in early 2025 when Floyd claimed he invested in a $42 million skyscraper in Manhattan. The media ran with it, but property records didn't list him as a main owner. Real estate experts say he might have a small piece with no real control, but Floyd made it seem like the building was his.
All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
That kind of show-off behavior used to work for Floyd, but now it's causing doubt. When someone keeps shouting about their wealth and needs bigger moves to prove it, it starts feeling like they're trying to hide something. His latest exhibition matches seem rushed and thrown together with little effort or promotion.
I just saw 50 Cent. Like, I totally disagree with you if you think that's a good look.
I get what you're saying. I completely get it.
Dude, he's one of the greatest of all time. He never lost.
He's 50 now.
So he's going to do that for a bag, for clout.
In March 2025, Floyd scrambled to set up a match in Paris with a French influencer who had zero rank. The event had little promotion. Floyd arrived just 2 days before avoided the press and left the next morning. Reports say he demanded cash before fighting. That kind of behavior hints at fast.
But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard, I know life is expensive, but come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. Floyd, I'm rooting for you. Come on, let's turn it around.
Even with all this going on, Floyd's image hasn't changed. He still flies private, carries $100,000 in cash, and wears $1 million watches to dinner. But behind the curtain, he seems to be pushing harder than ever. His Mayweather boxing plus fitness gyms are being marketed intensely. Some say too much. Franchise owners claim they're being pressured to expand and buy more gear without help. Some say Floyd's taken loans using his Vegas properties and cars as collateral. That might explain the shiny image while trouble.
Just another ordinary day, chilling in an EWB Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWB is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need the leg room. I know I ain't that tall, about 5'8.5", some days 5'9", but it is what it is. Chilling, sitting right here watching the Thriller in Manila, Ali versus Frazier.
The red flag? Floyd hasn't shifted into serious businesses. Unlike LeBron, Shaq, or Magic, who own restaurants, teams, or tech companies, Floyd stuck to showbiz. That can work for a while, but those opportunities fade. And maybe they already have. Many flashy athletes have faced money issues. What makes Floyd different is that being rich is his whole brand. If that falls apart, it's not just his wallet, it's his identity. And he doesn't seem to care.
And they say, well, it's not all about the money. Well, your kids can't eat legacy. They can eat off the currency.
Floyd claims he has steady income coming in, but it doesn't look like his current lifestyle is being funded by passive money. His words don't match the numbers. He still talks like he's earning hundreds of millions a year, but his fights and business updates don't support that. Back then, his money moves were tied to a $1.2 billion boxing career. Now it's all about property deals. And in 2025, that shift looks risky. He's betting big on real estate, from Manhattan buildings to deals with SL Green and 601W. But as we move into April, that bet's starting to look shaky, and not because of properties.
As soon as someone black, when my career is over as far as me in a combat sport, as far as boxing, whatever, if I'm promoting on social media or I'm doing exhibitions, it's like, oh man, he's broke. No, it's not a crime for them to make money. They don't say nothing about the guys that's 80 and 90 that's still making hundreds of millions and billions, but as soon as somebody black does it, your people, your own people say, oh, he's broke.
It started small like many scandals do. A few gym employees gathered outside a Mayweather Boxing Plus Fitness in Los Angeles holding handwritten signs. These weren't soft complaints. The signs accused Floyd of financial betrayal and even modern slavery. One sign read, "The money team has no money." The painful truth? Mayweather built his whole...
My job is to help you. Yeah, I'm with Floyd getting a check. I get a check from Floyd, but I want to push you. Have your own business while you traveling the world with me and we laughing, we kicking and we joking. You got a company where you're making money also. So if something go wrong and you're not with me no more, you don't have nothing bad to say about me because I put you in a position to become an entrepreneur or to become a boss.
What really shocked people wasn't just a protest. It's that nobody knows if Floyd even knows what's going on. One staffer said they were told not to mention the gym shut down to him, even though he had visited just 2 weeks earlier. Picture that. Floyd walks in, smiles for photos, and leaves, either clueless his team is struggling or worse, fully aware and ignoring it. So the real question is Floyd out of touch with reality or purposely looking away while his gym chain...
What I'm doing right now, that's what I do every day. Shop. Ain't number like a couple bucks. Greg, come with me. I didn't get these. Yeah. I did?
Yes.
California labor laws don't care how famous you are. If workers don't get paid, lawsuits can add up fast. If those gym employees file a class action case, it could seriously damage Mayweather's public image. If the money team is really just smoke and mirrors, built on late payments and ignored complaints, it could all fall apart. For a man who claimed to be bulletproof, this is a very...
Imagine working for someone whose whole persona is money, 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 and you don't get paid. Well, that's exactly what it is for employees of Floyd Mayweather. Employees of his Los Angeles gym accused Floyd Mayweather of bankruptcy after failing to pay them. I mean, he's still buying stuff. Portfolio valued at $10 billion, including 18 office buildings spanning. I mean, he can do all this, but he can't pay his employees' salaries? $10 billion portfolio, 18 office buildings spanning 10 million square feet.
Let's face it, Floyd isn't a typical athlete. He's always bragged about being the smartest man in boxing business. No promoters, no middlemen, just Floyd and his cash. But if LA workers aren't being paid and his Elk Grove gym shut down over $30 of unpaid rent, something's seriously wrong. Fans online are starting to see it. One tweet said, "Feels like he pretended to be rich instead of actually being rich." Another asked, "Why is a billionaire pushing gym friends?"
Hard work, dedication. Hard work, dedication. No pay. The money team has no money. The money team has no money. I've been working in Los Angeles and Hollywood, Mayweather Boxing and Fitness since 2018 in September. There's always been broken promises. I can't feed my family. I'm sitting here going home every night, arguing with my wife. She's pissed off.
And this isn't just internet gossip. People in the fight world are noticing, too. Andre Ward recently hinted at it during a podcast. He didn't name names, but said, some of these guys look like they're winning, but they're not. That comment blew up, with Floyd's face all over the replies. Insiders close to him are whispering, too. Fighters from his own team say things started feeling off in mid-2023. One said checks were taking longer.
The late 40s now, still fighting these random people in random places. Yeah. For 5 million here, 10 million there.
No, he's just a big spender. You can't spend like that, you know? Like,
this guy has a lot of chains.
So many chains, bro. Chains, that's a depreciating asset. Get yourself something that'll hold value. Yeah. Go buy some real estate.
All this is happening while Floyd throws himself into huge real estate ventures. He's not just buying homes. He's going after whole areas. Over 1,000 apartments in Manhattan, 9 high-rise buildings, a plan to help build Caesar's Palace in Times Square with SL Green and Jay-Z's Rock Nation. That last one is telling. Casino deals take years and cost a fortune. Floyd's dumping big money into things that won't pay off anytime soon.
The week before I fought Floyd, I was in my hotel room by myself with my mind about to implode.
You're about to fight arguably the greatest boxer of all time.
As an 0-1 YouTuber.
It's great that you got the job done of getting the paperwork. I got Floyd Mayweather to agree to fight me. But you gave him a respectable performance to where people walked away and it's not a gimmick anymore.
I owe Floyd a thanks. Floyd Mayweather, looking forward to receiving the rest of the money you owe me, but thank you.
In business terms, this is what you call asset rich but cash poor. You own a lot, but don't have spending money. And if Floyd hasn't adapted to that, the gym protests might just be the start. This is the same guy who used to carry $1 million in cash, hop on private jets like taxis, and host six-figure parties. So when employees say they aren't getting paid and gyms are shutting down over unpaid rent, you have to wonder, has the party ended? And Floyd,
silent, he's telling people that he's not sure he wants to fight anymore, and I think he's saying what he really believes. That doesn't mean that he won't fight. See, I had lunch with some guy who knows Floyd. He's not that he's in the inner circle, but he knows him. And he said Floyd only likes to fight and wants to fight when he's broke.
And still, in the midst of all this, Mayweather keeps flexing properties.
Still, Floyd keeps flexing his property deals. That $20 million buy in Midtown Manhattan over Christmas wasn't just real estate. It was a statement. It had a big billboard. And he even gave a speech to TMZ about shopping in that area as a kid. But who was the moment really for, him or the fans watching a slow crash? The comments under his post are brutal. One said, try paying your gym staff before buying more buildings. Even longtime fans are pulling away. And for someone who lives off public attention, that's a serious...
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month?
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your local host in a nightclub, because you need that action right now.
If this were just about gym problems, maybe it would blow over, but it feels bigger. Floyd used to be untouchable. He never lost, not in the ring, and not with his money. He beat the game. But now, the idea of Floyd as a money genius is taking real hits. Every protest, every missed check, every closed gym is chipping away. And Floyd, he stayed silent. No public response, no apology, just more flashy headlines about property and casino deals. It feels like he's
vacation for 30 days. I take 30 watches with me. But you know what? What's crazy is this. If we add 10 more days, I take 10 more watches. But then
Here's the sad part. Maybe Floyd really doesn't know what's going on. Maybe his team is keeping the truth from him to protect the brand. Maybe they're working overtime to keep the illusion alive while the empire cracks. But here in 2025, every tweet, Every article, every fan post is tearing down the legend. This is a man who once said, "I'm not just a businessman, I'm the businessman." But now, it looks like the business is falling apart, and he's buying billboards to cover the cracks.